So I've had the MG for a couple years now, and I thought it'd be a good idea to. The car runs great, but I thought it'd be a good idea to pull the spark plugs and just see how everything's looking. Actually, just wanted to get an idea if I have any problems. So a little preventative maintenance. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and see if we can see anything wrong with them. I'm not sure if these spark plugs were gapped correctly to begin with, but over the years or however long they've been installed, they now are at a gap of 0.034. The spec in the manual is 0.024 to 0.026, so I'm going to re-gap all these spark plugs. They look pretty good. The number 3 might be a little bit dark, but it's hard to tell from spark plugs what might be wrong unless they're really oily or really there's big problems with them, like corrosion or other problems. So I'm just going to re-gap these and then install them again, as they look pretty good. I decided to sell brand new spark plugs. They're cheap enough. So the stock, or the 16 the MGKs that I got, the PB6ES, they come from the factory with a .034 gap, so you have to tighten that up. So basically just use something, I'm just using the head of a flat screwdriver just to gently press the two bits together until I get the proper gap of .024 to .026.
Okay, here we're going to take an inside look of the each cylinder bore. Here's cylinder number 1, and what you notice here is carbon buildup. Obviously, that's gonna be on all the cylinders. And since the spark plug comes in at an angle, it's hard to get a full look at all the cylinder and all the piston. But here's cylinder number 2. Again, carbon buildup. There might be a little bit of some blow by there in the top of the frame. It's hard to tell with this view, but right there at about 12 o'clock position on that cylinder, there might be some additional problem. Onto cylinder number 3, you can see this one's at the top of its stroke, and again, not too much abnormal here, just normal carbon buildup, which is gonna happen on an old engine. So no problem areas that I can see. Again, with the angled spark plug holes, it's hard to get a look at at one side of the cylinder, but you can get a look at pretty good look at the side that we're looking at, which is the left side of the engine. Again, here, number 4 cylinder looks normal, no problems there. On to number 5. Number 5 is the one where I probably have the biggest problem. Looks like a pretty good area of blow by there, probably caused by a poorly seating piston ring, and more carbon buildup on this cylinder or on this piston than on the others, and it's a more black color. Also looks like it's building up a fairly good amount, and you can see the gold colored area there at about 10 o'clock in the frame, and that is probably some blow by there. Here on to number 6, and again this all looks fairly normal, like the others, so I don't think I have too much concern here on this cylinder.
When you're reinstalling the spark plugs, make sure that you just hand thread them all the way down to the bottom. You don't want to thread them or cross thread them, so make sure that you do it just with your hand all the way till it sits down at the bottom, and then get out your torque wrench. The torque spec is 30 pound-feet per the manual, so I'll get that now and I'll torque them all down. There's 1 and 6. Yeah, the only thing left to do is throw the leads back on. That's simple. 5 and 6. All done.